and welcome to today's Bitcoin video where we have some extremely promising new information on the chart, and we're going to look at the current structure, what we think is going to happen in the near future, and the possibilities where prices may go if we're in a bullish or a bearish setup. To look at that further, we will look at some of the velo data like open interest, spot volume, funding rate, and so on. Don't worry, I will explain all of this, and also the liquidation heat map. But let us start looking at the chart, and I will zoom out some more as we have not looked at this in quite some while. So basically what we think is a wave 3 has topped here on the 17th of December, which is by now quite a while ago. And since then we've basically seen a wave A to the downside, a wave B to the upside, it's an overshooting B wave, and then a wave C to the downside. And all of this is in a larger degree wave 4. Of course, following this wave 3 comes a wave 4. And what follows a 4? A wave 5, which is going to be, in our analysis, the last move of this bull run. So if we see another new set of all-time highs, we think that is the last thing we will see this bull run. After that, we will see a more massive correction into a, well, probably longer lasting bear market. But before we look at our price targets and what we think is going to happen in the immediate future, by the way, if you want to learn trading for free, we currently offer that on our website. So feel free to check that out. It's the first link in the description. But let's get back to the video. Now, what we can see here, and don't worry, as I said, I will explain it. I will always go from the local low. So the top thing here, what we can see is just simply price. Prices have gone up quite a lot. Now, the open interest, which is the cumulated amount of longs and shorts combined. So it's not a singular thing, it's two things combined. This doesn't tell us if there's more longs or shorts, it just tells us how many leverage positions are in the market. They have also risen, but it's basically symmetric with price. So there's nothing we can judge from just this. But if we start to look at the funding rate, which is basically giving us a clearer or a better image about the open interest, then we have a better picture, because we can see the funding rate has actually gone down and it's actually negative. That means there's more shorts than longs in the market currently, which also means that while this is rising, where prices are rising, it's not driven by people buying longs or anything. It's people are going short. People are still going short and going short even more, especially in these last couple of hours. It's also visible on the liquidation heat map. Yes, there is substantial liquidity below, but look above, look at this, look at this, look at how much, there's 300 million just below the all-time high. And there's so much liquidity and there's so much reason for market makers to drive the prices up. And we've basically been saying this for months. At this point, truly months. We have been believing in the structure for a really long time that this is wave 3, this is the correction, and we will still, even though we have hit 76k, we will still see another all-time high. It's what we believe in, what we've been saying for months now at this point. Of course, not financial advice, just our opinion. But yeah, so looking at this data basically tells us a lot of new leverage positions coming into the market while prices are rising, but as it turns out, many of them and more than longs are shorts. Also, liquidation heat map, as I've said, giving us this view. Looking at it a bit longer time frame, you can also see, of course, there is lots below. We cannot neglect that, of course, but just look at the upside and how close it is. This is it's a true chance. But now, looking at the very short term, I will just zoom in on this so we can see it clearer. Going from the local low, because we believe this is the end of the 4 wave. We believe we're now in a wave 1 to the upside, will be followed by wave 2 to the downside. This will probably where we will be buying back. Now, what is interesting here is what could be observed, and I'm not quite sure yet. I will have to see more confirmation, but we could be seeing a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, potentially another 1-2. So This is actually a very bullish scenario, because we're basically stacking 1-2 scenarios, which is, well, it's basically giving us a basis for an incredibly bullish, incredibly fast-paced and just rapid breakout, which, I mean, it could just put us above 100K, for example, within a couple of hours. That could definitely happen. So yeah, what are we doing? We're waiting for prices to come a bit lower again, retrace again. We'll buy back here. We've bought back here in this dip, and we're basically waiting for prices to reach new all-time highs. If that happens, we will of course inform you. But yeah, that was it with the video. If you're interested, check out our website. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.